Hello, this is Blue Diamond Coasters. I'm here with East Coaster Fan.
What's up, guys?
And if you can't tell, we're here at Hersheypark. It's great to be back here. It's around like mid-September, which means that Hersheypark Dark Nights is officially beginning. This is their annual Halloween event. This is the second year of it. I came here a few times last year and really loved it, so I can't wait to see how things have improved. They've added a new house, they've updated their previous houses, added a new scare zone. And you know, there's a new RMC coaster in the back that'll be open at night with no lights on, so that'll be really fun to do. You looking forward to this, Sean?
Yeah, I really enjoyed last year's event. I'm excited to check out the new stuff, get more rides on Wildcat's Revenge, which I absolutely loved my last visit. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun day.
Yep, so let's head on in. One of the new scare zones for this year is the Fallout Zone. Pretty sure is like kind of like from here, kind of through Tidal Force. So glad they're doing something with this strip of land where there's no operating rides right now. You got some just zombie theming. They're even, I guess, using some of the area that's closed off for Tidal Force. They got some like radioactive barrels. I don't know if any of that stuff is going to be used later on tonight. We'll just have to wait and see. This is a rare sight. A completely empty outdoor queue for Laugh Track. And even inside, it's only like this much. Only to here. This is like the shortest I've ever seen this line. That's including an employee event where it was just us. Alright, just got off Laugh Track on probably like the shortest wait I've ever done.
It was like maybe
5 minutes?
10 minutes?
5-10 minutes maybe? Yeah, that was a pretty good ride though. That was like, I mean, it was all lights out, so totally different experience from normal in the season. And that might have been like one of the smoothest Laugh Track rides I've gotten. Maybe just because we didn't spin a whole lot. Like we spin like just the right amount, I think.
Yeah. So
This is the rest of the Midway of Mayhem or Misery, I think. And here will be the entrance to Twisted Carnival, which is still back in the tent. And replacing the whip is the brand new house.
Andy Mortem's Abattoir.
That I just call it the Butcher Shop House. All right, just got off Lightning Racer, although it wasn't really Lightning, nor was it really Racer, because they're only running Thunder today.
It's Thunder.
Yeah, just Thunder. But it was a pretty good ride. I mean, it's Lightning Racer. I've been on this thing a bunch of times. Thunder won, but I guess they're going all in on the Halloween theme, and the Lightning car is just a bunch of ghosts. Heck, you can't even see them. They're just all ghosts. One cool thing that's actually nice about this area now is they actually have some food back here. They got a funnel cake truck and they have a Nathan's hot dog truck. That means this is like the first time there's actual food in Midway America since like...
Before the boardwalk?
No, I remember looking a while ago, like there used to be food stands right here, but when they added Laugh Track, they moved Granny Bugs and Pony Parade over to here and it took the spot of where there used to be food stands. But you can now get some Nathan's hot dogs over here.
Pig's Head.
And some pig's heads. Just got off a back row ride on Wildcat's Revenge. That was great as always.
I loved it.
Yeah, I know it's now your favorite
Yeah.
coaster at the park.
I absolutely love this coaster. It's better than SkyRush, which is crazy for me to even say.
Yeah, I don't agree with that,
But-
but I can see it.
It's better than all the coasters here. It's amazing. Awesome.
Great ride. Also, I want to give a shout out to somebody we met in line. They're like a coaster photographer. We were talking with him. He also gave us his patch and also his Instagram. So, thanks. Another cool thing they brought back from last year is the Halloween variant of the Jolly Rancher music. So it's been a little while since I've talked on here, but we did Stormrunner. It's Stormrunner, it's great. Really good ride that time, even the back car. And we just did Great Bear. Again, it's Great Bear. I've done it a lot. There's not really much more that I can say about it. Though we did pass, we were going down that one big straightaway along the creek, go past the line for Looper. Looper's line was pretty long, but the line for SkyRush didn't seem too bad, so I think that's where we're gonna head over to next. All right, got a back row ride on SkyRush, incredible as always. And they're starting to pump the fog out onto the midway here. We're now, I think, heading over back to the other end of the park because we got about 20 minutes until the houses open, and we kind of want to get to the houses around the time they open. So we're right now heading over to the new house. One unique thing about the new haunted house is the queue line is where Tiny Tracks used to be. I don't know if it's just a temporary removal or maybe they're kind of done with Tiny Tracks, but definitely interesting standing in this spot over here. Plus, you get a good view of Lightning Racer. And with that announcement, Dark Nights has begun.
Dark Nights is over.
me!
I'm here for the bacon.
Delivery!
Alright, so that was Mortem's. Really solid. They weren't kidding when they said it was the goriest.
Oh, yeah, they were not kidding.
Yeah, that was really good. Probably like on par with like last year's Descent. We also have over here the TikTok sensation. Pretty much like the mascot for Dark Knights over here. This one scare actor was here last year. And he's back this year. He's pretty much like, you got like t-shirts now, this guy. He even got like a whole mob of people just taking pictures of him.
There was like a completely white room in there that I found really cool. And then the one that was like completely dark and like a maze.
Yeah,
insane.
I could like barely see anything in there. By the way, we're now joined by, I mentioned him earlier.
Hi!
What was your name again, by the way?
I'm Ben from Coaster Jam and Photos.
Ben, okay. Yeah, he was the one we were with earlier at Wildcat. How's it going there?
Very well. And how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. Mildly spooked so far, but the night's only just begun.
Yes, the true scares come out at nightfall.
Of course.
Have you been on any of the haunts yet?
We just came out of Auntie Mortem's over that way.
Good one. Did you try any of her meats?
I was trying to find some bacon, but they kept on trying to fight back.
Well, they are quite a delicacy if you give it a chance.
I think they were trying to eat me more than I was eating them.
That's fair.
Well, you have a good one. Have a great night.
Of course. Be on your way then.
Alright, just got off Haunted Coal Mine. That was pretty much like on par with last year, which is amazing.
It was like the same house, and then, but I feel like they added a bit more to it.
There's a few more like effects, like there's this cool like...
In the elevator, there's a fan.
Yeah, and also
nice.
one cool thing with the elevator, they reference Coal Cracker.
Yeah.
Which like cool, like I guess cohesion, like referencing rides in the park. They also like add this cool like screen effect right after that.
Yeah, so I mean, if you loved Haunted Coal Mine before, you're gonna love it again this year.
Yeah, it's pretty much like the same as last year. Well, I guess they're finally getting rid of Tidal Force, and they're getting rid of it by fire. They're burning that thing to the ground. By the Sept. This was kind of like the first haunt house that I really did back at last year's Dark Knight, so see how it changes from last year. Alright, we just did Descent. If you can't tell, we're actually going back a line, because the line's now down to here. What happened was, they just sent like a full conga line worth of people all through. So, you know, we waited that long, we might as well go on again. And overall, my thoughts on it? It was pretty good. That was solid. A lot of stuff was the same. They added a few things, but there was a few parts that were missing, at least like this time through. What do you think of Descent?
Oh, I love it. I loved this house last year. It was probably my second favorite. Still very solid.
I think this might be my third favorite.
I love like all the dark corners they're hidden in.
Yeah. Although, like I gotta say, there's a few things that are missing. Like, what happened to, remember there was that bit on like the
zip line?
The zip line.
That was such a good effect. I wish it was still there.
Also, I feel like, because I'm used to a lot of these houses being like the groups, that I wasn't really much of a fan of like the conga line.
Well, maybe this time we'll be better.
Maybe this time we'll be doing groups. But apparently HHN does conga line style, so I guess that's my taste of that.
That's what I've heard anyway.
Yeah. I'll get there eventually, but right now I'm settling for this.
All right, we just did Descent a second time. That was crazy. So the story with that, I guess, we kind of were like the caboose of a group. And I guess at that moment they decided, like, I don't know if they were like rotating performers or whatever, but we had like a group of 4 scare actors just following right behind us.
That's what we could only see. There may have been more behind us.
I saw 4, at least 4, and there was one that was like following me throughout the entire thing, like right behind me. That was probably the best experience on a house that I've had. That was great. Good job for them.
After waiting in a bit of a line for Wildcat, I think it's going to be all worth it because we're now in the last hour, which means Wildcat's lights are all turned off. You can probably barely see it. You can try to turn the brightness all the way up. Now you can see it. Don't worry, guys. I swear I'm going to try to get a new camera phone.
Foreshadowing is a narrative device.
Ooh boy! Alright, so we did Wildcat's Revenge, lights out, we were like row 2, so towards the front. Damn!
Holy
That, okay, I'll say that, I know you like Wildcat as a whole better than
Yes.
SkyRush. That Wildcat ride was better than the ride I had on SkyRush this earlier today. I don't like the ride more, I might like the ride a bit more, but not like better than SkyRush. Still, that ride was great.
Came back here to see if to do it again. When we were on going up like the lift though for Wildcat, they shot off a blast, like 2 really big blasts in the middle. I'm pretty sure they went taller than Tidal Force, so that's how tall they've been blasting.
All right, we just did Twisted Carnival. I need to make sure I don't accidentally call it Twisted Darkness from last year, but that was really good. One cool thing, they moved the zipline effect from Descent into there, which was kind of a surprise too, because it's like from behind a board. It's almost like a jump scare through the wall, through a zipline. So that's a really cool effect. I'm glad they brought that back. Anything to add?
Yeah, I think it was better than last year's. Still probably the weakest house we've done so far. That's just because there's a lot of good ones here.
Yeah. I mean, also just from like so far at least, I mean, we haven't done the last one yet. We're gonna do the new one again real quick. But all the returning houses have been improved. Like, it's not like any got worse. So
Well, we'll have to see about the last one. But
I mean,
it looks better.
I mean, just from the looks of it during the daytime, it looks better. It's longer, so. Actually, the line might be a bit long for the one over here, so.
Might turn around.
Yeah, we might actually head back and do the other one, just so we can do all of them tonight.
Thank you for coming. I get so bored when there's nobody to play with.
Love going in the theater that's slowly falling apart. Just wrapped up Creatures Unleashed. That was really good. I mean, it's probably, I'd probably say it's the weakest house. I mean, just because it's like an outside house, kind of. But definitely that wins like most improved from last year. Like last year's was kind of but that one I'd say it's solid. You get like a 6 out of 10, I guess. I don't know. But actually, it's now past 11 o'clock, which means the haunts are now closed. We just saw like they had a few scare actors out here. This is technically a scare zone, but they all went back. SkyRush looking great as usual. So that wraps up our day here at Hersheypark for first weekend of Dark Nights. Overall, I had a fun time. Did you?
I did too. I thought it was an improvement from last year, actually.
Oh yeah, for sure. They definitely improved last year. They learned what works, what doesn't work, things like that, and pretty much all the returning houses improved. So, and the new house was great as well, and all the new like scares, like that Fallout zone was great.
Yeah, the vault areas or scare zone was good. The new house was great.
Yeah, bring those back for next year too.
Yeah,
Keep doing this.
A lot of improvements that we're seeing in the houses, especially the last one we did. I thought that was a lot better than last time. There are still some areas though that still could use some work in my opinion, but overall solid event.
Yeah,
just what I expected.
Yeah, it's still a great event. It's no HHN, but for a regional park like this, especially one that's just now starting to get into the Halloween events, they do a great job.
Also, big props for making the houses free this year.
Yes, thank you. That both makes it, cheaper for everybody, but then also like much simpler in terms of like logistical stuff. Because I remember like it being a real pain for like people having like scan the HP Go bands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Blue Diamond Coasters, and I'm back here at Hersheypark for another round of Dark Nights. Today's actually a pretty special day because not only is it, October, but it is none other than Friday the 13th. So this will be a super spooky night for sure. I've come here on Halloween before 2 years ago, and last year I believe I was here on Back to the Future Day, and now I'm here on Friday the 13th. So I'm making my way through all the October holidays. Next year I'll be here on Leif Erikson Day for sure. One other thing, you might notice a bit of like a quality shift from this video. That's because I actually just got a brand new phone. I upgraded from an iPhone 8 to a 13, so I got a brand new fancy camera. So today will mainly just be me also just playing around with the camera. I also got a Apple Watch with it, so I have the Log Ride Apple Watch version on here that I'll be using and be trying that out. So I think first up we're going to be heading over to, of course, SkyRush, although you can see Candy coming over. Surprised they got people on already. I didn't see any test trains until that. So let's head over to SkyRush. I can already tell the difference that an extra lens does, and also just like a newer lens. I can also do this. Whoa, it's wide angle now. Well, one surprise to be sure, well, still on one train, but no line. It's like, I was here on a Sunday. I didn't film anything just because it was only for a few hours, but there was like a decently line, and pretty much all fall it's been a pretty long line because of the one train, but I mean, it might get a bit busy a bit later, but right now there's nobody, so I'm gonna marathon this thing a few times. Managed to do SkyRush 4 times. The line's still actually pretty short, at least when I left it. But I just kind of want to go off and do some other things. And yeah, it's SkyRush. It's running great. I also got to try out the log ride wristwatch app, and it works pretty well. I could able to just like do it right on the brake run, or even like because I was able to just marathon, I just did it in the station while I was waiting for the next ride. Fahrenheit was Fahrenheit, usual. But now we're over here by Stormrunner. But one new adjustment that's been made to Stormrunner this past week was they readjusted the audio that plays here. So now it actually launches on the word go. Pretty much since COVID, there's been like a second delay between go and it actually launching. But now it's back to its pre-COVID era of launching on go.
Now get ready, here we go.
And there you, well, go. Stormrunner's now back to its pre-COVID era of actually launching on time, which is a pretty cool thing. I'm glad that it's now like back in sync. So let's head on it.
Now get ready, here we go.
Stormrunner was fun. Well, the one thing I just mentioned how, you know, it's now launching on Go, but I feel like for my ride, it was launching more on Wii. Or maybe like the very last like beat of Wii, I don't know. I just imagine like somebody can just go into like the audio editing timeline, like on like DaVinci or something, and just move the soundbite over to adjust. But it's still a fantastic ride. And it's now 6 o'clock, which means the Dark Knight's Mace are gonna be opening up. So let's head on down into the Trailblazer area to get on Haunted Coal Mine. Fortunately, there's no scare zone down here this year, but they got a lot of smoke. let's head down to the maze.
Attention, you're now descending 1,900 feet into the coal cracker mine. Due to collapse at Shaft 7, visitors must use abandoned tunnels to reach the bypass where the cone has been struck. Warning, stick with your party at all times. Miners have disappeared in the darkness and flashlighting has been
to do though is kind of keep my head below the water. Can't see anybody. Alright, Haunted Coal Mine was fun. They got a little miner out here waiting. Time to head through the fallout zone. I already saw some fireballs going off above Tidal Force's bridge, but we got some scare actors out here too. Wildcat's Revenge, towards the back, like second to back row. You know, every time I ride this ride, especially recently, it's getting closer and closer to being my new favorite in the park, but it's not quite. I still just love SkyRush just a tad bit more. This is probably, I mean, maybe objectively the better ride, but just personally, I just prefer SkyRush a lot more. But yeah, it's getting up there. I haven't, as of right now, I haven't yet actually like updated my whole rankings yet, and it's definitely in my top 10. Probably even like, I want to say like number 6 or 7, somewhere up there. But yeah, just a fantastic ride overall, and I still try to process the fact that this is in Hershey. Like, this is in my home park. So, excellent ride, as always. I love how they have these actually like timed to the music now, not just kind of going off at random. Doesn't look too busy back here at the new house, so we're gonna head on the, I keep on forgetting the name of it, Auntie Mortem's Abattoir, the bad piggy's house. Just got out of Auntie Mortem's, going through a thick thing of smoke here. But one thing I just kind of now realizing is there's actually 2 paths in there, about like, I'd say maybe towards the end it like splits. So that kind of gives you another reason to do it again. Just did Stormrunner front row, which has been a while since that. Not just front row at night. Holy crap, that was insane. That was running so good. And in the front, I just got launched over to the top hat. So much good airtime on that ride. That was probably one of the best Stormrunner rides I've had in a long while. I gotta look back and think, but that was excellent. Great ride on Stormrunner.
Great ride on the Great Fair as usual. Definitely love riding this thing at night. Just seeing like all the lights. You know, the fog machine wasn't really going too much, but it's hard to tell. I was in the third row. But one good thing, while I was zooming past SkyRush, I saw that the line wasn't too bad, so looks like I'm heading there next. Did back road night ride on SkyRush. You know, it's a car crash simulator at night like that. But I was kind of realizing while riding it, that was my last ride on SkyRush for the 2023 season. Because I won't be back here before the end of the Halloween season. So, yeah, that was my last ride on SkyRush for the year. Pretty dark, but I just did Wildcat's Revenge. Did in the pitch black. It's running like crazy. It was also great. I ran into a friend of mine from Boy Scouts, so I got to see his reaction on it, and he loved it. So,
my boy! I see my boy! What's going on, boy?
How you doing, man? Anyway, it's about half hour left of these houses open. So let's head on a few, starting off with the Descent.
I know, I like counting all this.
The Descent was fun. There was a few good scare actors in there. Not as much as the last time I did it, where there was like 5 of them just following me the entire way out. But yeah, I'm going to try and see if Twisted Carnival has a pretty low line. If not, might have to just make my way over to Haunted Coal Mine and maybe end it off there. Well, good news, the line for Twisted Carnival is pretty much non-existent. So, might have to speed run through this house here. Well, of course, no running. Just so, because I really want to try to do Haunted Coal Mine at night when it's really dark like this. Looks like I'm also going into this house solo.
all the way down by Trailblazer to get to Haunted Coal Mine at night. Alright, we've made it with only a few minutes left to spare for Haunted Coal Mine, and look, there is no line. Triple Tower's looking beautiful at night, but let's head on.
Did somebody say boom?
Just did Haunted Coal Mine at night. Still probably, I don't know. I mean, that was really fun just because I was by myself too. But actually, there might be, I think this is still open. I got about a minute left, so looks like I'll be getting on all 5 houses after all.
Part of the show now.
Get out! It's not safe here! No!
Going through the old amphitheater. Please, Hershey, do something with this space.
Look at the little humans out of their This is Jezebel's sideshow now!
Alright, did Creatures Uncaged, was one of the last few groups to go through. And now the park is officially closed. Overall, I mean, it was a much shorter Dark Nights than the last one I was here, because I just, you know, only Fridays, they only open at 5. But it was still a really fun day. I mean, I got to do SkyRush actually more than once. Wow, I didn't think I'd be able to do that with single train operations in the fall, but got to do that. Got to do an amazing ride on Stormrunner and Wildcat, and just experiencing all the great haunted houses. I hope they continue doing this year after year, adding more houses and scare zones and improving the ones they already have.
Introducing the new giant size season pass.
I ain't paying that much. Anyway, this wraps up my time here at Hersheypark. Like I mentioned before, Dark Nights is one of my favorite Halloween events that I've been to. I mean, the houses are free, they're included with admission, so I don't have to worry about like paying $25 for it. And overall, yeah, this was a really fun day. Got to do a few rides, all the houses, and just
overall have a great time. So make sure you guys do the usual, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you also follow at Blue Diamond Coasters on both Instagram and TikTok. And until next time, this is Blue Diamond Coasters. Later.